They say Las Vegas never sleeps, but deep beneath its glowing skyline, hundreds sleep in silence. Not in homes, not in shelters, but in cold, pitch-black flood tunnels built to carry stormwater. These tunnels flood without warning, turning lives into debris. There's no heat, no light, no safety, just concrete, rats, and the sound of survival. While tourists gamble millions above ground, people below gamble with their lives every night. This is not fiction. This is America's forgotten reality. Welcome to Globe Path Travel Documentary, where we uncover the untold stories hidden beneath the surface of the world's most iconic cities. Today we take you deep into the shadows of Las Vegas. Not the casinos, not the luxury hotels, but the freezing flood tunnels beneath the Strip. These tunnels are home to hundreds of people who live without light, warmth, or safety, surviving in conditions most of us can't even imagine. It's a side of America rarely seen and even more rarely understood. This documentary isn't just about homelessness. It's about resilience, humanity, and the fight to stay alive in the harshest corners of society. So stay with us till the very end. Don't skip a second. Every moment matters. And if this story moves you, like, share, and comment below. Your voice can help bring theirs into the light. Homeless population in Las Vegas, a city of lights, a life in shadows. Las Vegas is often described as the city of dreams, a place where fortunes are made, where lights never dim, and where entertainment never sleeps. But beneath this glamorous surface lies a stark and painful reality, a growing homeless population that struggles daily for survival, dignity, and hope. Thousands of individuals in Las Vegas live without stable shelter. While some find temporary refuge in emergency shelters or transitional housing programs, many others are forced to sleep in tents, vehicles, or on sidewalks. A lesser-known but deeply concerning aspect of this crisis is the number of people who have taken shelter in the city's underground flood tunnels. These tunnels, designed to carry stormwater during flash floods, now serve as makeshift homes for those who have nowhere else to go. The tunnel system stretches for miles beneath the city, offering a form of shelter that is dark, cold, and dangerous. Inside, residents build improvised living spaces using crates, tarps, and salvaged materials. Some decorate their areas with personal items, photos, books, or small furniture, trying to create a sense of normalcy in an otherwise harsh environment. But the conditions are far from safe. The tunnels flood unpredictably, and residents must remain constantly alert to avoid being swept away. There is no electricity, no plumbing, and limited access to food or medical care. What's most striking is the diversity of the homeless population in Las Vegas. It includes veterans who served their country, workers who lost jobs due to economic downturns, individuals escaping domestic conflict, and families displaced by rising rent and housing shortages. Homelessness here is not confined to one demographic. It affects people of all ages, backgrounds, and life experiences. Las Vegas presents unique challenges for us, or the unhoused. The climate is extreme, with scorching summers and freezing winters. For those living in tunnels, the cold can be brutal, especially at night. Without insulation or heating, staying warm becomes a daily struggle. Many individuals face health issues, both physical and mental, that are worsened by exposure and lack of care. Despite these hardships, many choose the tunnels over shelters. Some shelters are overcrowded, others have strict entry requirements, and some individuals feel safer in the privacy of the tunnels. Underground, small communities form. People share food, look out for one another, and offer emotional support. It's a fragile form of stability, but for many, it's better than being alone on the streets. Local outreach organizations work tirelessly to support tunnel residents. Volunteers enter these spaces to distribute food, blankets, hygiene kits, and medical aid. They also offer pathways to housing and rehabilitation services, but the need far outweighs the resources available. The homeless population in Las Vegas is not invisible. It's hidden in plain sight. Beneath the luxury and excitement, there is a world of resilience, pain, and survival. These individuals are not statistics. They are human beings with stories, dreams, and dignity. Their presence in the tunnels is not a failure of character, but a reflection of deeper societal gaps. Understanding this reality is the first step toward compassion and change. Root causes of homelessness in Las Vegas, a web of struggles. Homelessness is not the result of a single bad decision or isolated event. It's often the outcome of multiple overlapping challenges that build up over time. In Las Vegas, a city known for its luxury and entertainment, the root causes of homelessness are complex, deeply systemic, and increasingly urgent. One of the most significant factors is the high cost of living compared to low wages. Las Vegas has seen a sharp rise in housing costs over the past decade, while wages, especially in service and hospitality industries, have remained relatively stagnant. Many residents work full-time jobs yet still struggle to afford rent, utilities, and basic necessities. When even a modest apartment becomes unaffordable, people are forced to seek shelter wherever they can, including in tents, vehicles, or underground flood tunnels. Job loss and unstable employment also play a major role. Las Vegas relies heavily on tourism, casinos, and entertainment, industries that are highly sensitive to economic shifts. During downturns, thousands of workers can lose their jobs overnight. Without savings or a backup plan, even short-term unemployment can lead to eviction and homelessness. For those working part-time or seasonal jobs, the lack of job security makes it difficult to maintain stable housing. Another critical issue is the lack of affordable housing options. The demand for low-income housing far exceeds supply. Waiting lists for subsidized housing can stretch for years, and many people simply don't qualify due to technicalities or documentation barriers. As rent prices continue to climb, more individuals and families are priced out of the market entirely. Family breakdowns, including divorce, domestic conflict, or rejection, are also common triggers. When relationships fall apart, individuals may lose not only emotional support, but also financial stability and a place to live. Young adults who age out of foster care or are rejected by their families often find themselves alone and vulnerable, with no safety net to catch them. Compounding these issues is the limited access to healthcare and support services. Many people experiencing homelessness suffer from untreated physical or mental health conditions. Without insurance, transportation, or awareness of available resources, they are unable to get the help they need. This lack of care can lead to worsening health, reduced ability to work, and deeper isolation. Importantly, these challenges rarely occur in isolation. A person might lose their job, fall behind on rent, experience a family crisis, and face health issues, all within a short period. Without intervention or support, the descent into homelessness can be rapid and difficult to reverse. Understanding these root causes is essential for creating effective solutions. Homelessness is not a personal failure. It's often a reflection of broader economic and social gaps. By addressing these underlying issues, communities can move toward compassion, prevention, and long-term change. How homeless people survive in the U.S. Resilience in the harshest conditions. Surviving without shelter in the United States is not just difficult, it's a daily test of endurance, creativity, and courage. For those experiencing homelessness, especially in urban areas like Las Vegas, life without a roof means constantly adapting to unpredictable environments, limited resources, and social invisibility. One of the first challenges is finding a place to sleep. With shelters often full or inaccessible due to eligibility rules, many individuals create makeshift homes using whatever materials they can find: tarps, cardboard, wooden crates, and discarded furniture. In places like flood tunnels, under bridges, or behind buildings, these improvised shelters offer minimal protection from the elements, but provide a sense of privacy and personal space. Access to food is another daily concern. Many rely on local charities, food banks, and soup kitchens that distribute meals to those in need. Mobile outreach vans and community centers often provide hot meals, snacks, and bottled water. For some, scavenging or collecting recyclables becomes a way to earn small amounts of money to buy food. Despite the hardship, many unhoused individuals develop routines and networks to ensure they don't go hungry. Public spaces play a vital role in survival. Libraries, for example, offer warmth, restrooms, internet access, and a safe place to spend time during the day. Parks and transit stations also become temporary refuges. though they may not always be safe or welcoming. In colder regions, staying warm becomes a life-or-death issue. People layer clothing, use blankets, and seek out heat vents or sheltered corners to avoid hypothermia. Perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of homeless survival is the formation of small communities. On the streets or in tunnels, people often band together for protection, companionship, and emotional support. These informal networks help individuals share resources, watch each other's belongings, and provide a sense of belonging in a world that often overlooks them. In many cases, these communities become surrogate families, built not by blood, but by shared struggle. Despite the harsh conditions, many unhoused individuals show remarkable resilience and ingenuity. They learn how to navigate city systems, access limited services, and protect themselves from danger. Some keep journals, create art, or engage in advocacy to raise awareness about their experiences. Their strength lies not just in surviving, but in maintaining dignity, hope, and humanity in the face of adversity. It's important to recognize that homelessness is not a choice. It's often the result of systemic gaps in housing, healthcare, employment, and social support. Understanding how people survive without shelter helps us see their reality more clearly and reminds us that behind every tent, tunnel, or sidewalk bed is a human being with a story worth hearing. Mental health and homelessness, a silent struggle. Beneath the surface, mental health and homelessness are deeply interconnected, each one often intensifying the other. For many individuals, mental health challenges are not just a consequence of homelessness, but also a contributing factor that leads to it. In cities like Las Vegas, where thousands live without stable shelter, the emotional toll of life on the streets or in underground tunnels is profound and often invisible. Conditions such as anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, and emotional trauma are common among people experiencing homelessness. These issues may stem from past experiences, such as abuse, loss, or financial hardship, or may develop as a result of the harsh realities of living without shelter. The constant stress of survival, lack of privacy, and exposure to danger can worsen symptoms over time. One of the biggest challenges is the lack of access to mental health care. Without insurance, transportation, or identification, many individuals are unable to seek counseling or receive medication. Even when services are available, navigating the system can be overwhelming, especially for someone already dealing with emotional instability. As a result, many suffer in silence with no support or treatment. Living in places like flood tunnels adds another layer of psychological strain. These environments are dark, cold, and isolating. People often feel invisible, hidden from society, disconnected from family, and overlooked by the public. This sense of abandonment can lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. When individuals feel unsafe or unwelcome in shelters, they may choose isolation over interaction, even if it means sacrificing their well-being. Despite these challenges, many show remarkable strength. Some find comfort in small communities formed underground where people support one another emotionally. Others engage with outreach workers who offer not just food and supplies, but also compassion and conversation, both of which are vital for mental health. Addressing homelessness requires more than housing. It demands a deeper understanding of the emotional wounds that come with it. By recognizing the mental health struggles faced by unhoused individuals, society can move toward more compassionate, inclusive, and effective solutions. Support from local organizations, compassion in action. In cities like Las Vegas, where homelessness is a growing concern, nonprofit and community organizations play a vital role in offering hope and support to those in need. These groups work tirelessly, often with limited funding, to reach individuals living on the streets, in encampments, and even in underground flood tunnels. Their efforts begin with the basics: distributing food, clean water, blankets, clothing, and hygiene kits. These essentials help people survive harsh weather and maintain dignity. Medical outreach teams provide checkups, wound care, and mental health referrals, often the only health care some individuals receive. Beyond physical aid, these organizations help people navigate complex systems. They assist with applying for housing programs, job opportunities, and identification documents. Outreach workers enter tunnels and remote areas not just to deliver supplies, but to build trust, offering conversation, respect, and a connection to services. Despite operating with limited resources, these groups make a life-changing impact. Their presence reminds people that they are not forgotten and that recovery is possible. By addressing both immediate needs and long-term solutions, local organizations are a cornerstone in the fight against homelessness, proving that compassion can thrive even in the darkest places. The reality of tunnel life in Las Vegas, survival beneath the surface. Beneath the glittering skyline of Las Vegas lies a hidden world that few ever see, a network of flood tunnels stretching for miles under the city. Originally built to manage stormwater and prevent flash floods, these tunnels have become an unintended refuge for hundreds of people experiencing homelessness. For them, tunnel life is not a choice of comfort. It's a last resort for survival. Inside the tunnels, conditions are harsh and unforgiving. There is no natural light, only darkness that persists day and night. The air is damp, the walls cold, and the ground often wet. Without electricity or ventilation, the tunnels trap heat in summer and chill in winter, creating extreme discomfort and health risks. Residents face constant threats. Flooding is the most dangerous. When rain hits, water rushes through the tunnels with powerful force, sweeping away belongings and endangering lives. Injury and theft are also common, as people live without secure doors or protection. The lack of sanitation and clean water means hygiene is difficult to maintain, increasing the risk of illness and infection. Yet beyond the physical challenges, the emotional toll is profound. Living underground means being hidden from society, unseen, unheard, and often forgotten. Many tunnel residents feel isolated, disconnected from the world above. This invisibility can lead to deep feelings of hopelessness and despair. Despite these conditions, people in the tunnels show remarkable resilience. They form small communities, sharing food, blankets, and emotional support. Some decorate their spaces with personal items, trying to create a sense of home. Others engage with outreach workers who bring supplies and offer pathways to housing and recovery. Tunnel life is a powerful reminder that homelessness is not just about lacking a roof. And it's about surviving in places never meant for human life. These individuals deserve more than sympathy. They deserve recognition, support, and a chance to rebuild. Their stories matter, and they must be heard. Las Vegas is known for its bright lights and endless entertainment, but beneath that glamour lies a hidden reality, one shaped by struggle, survival, and silence. From the flood tunnels to the freezing sidewalks, thousands of individuals face homelessness every day. Their stories reveal the deeper causes: unaffordable housing, unstable jobs, mental health challenges, and social isolation. We've explored how people adapt, how they survive extreme weather, and how they form underground communities in places never meant for human life. We've seen the emotional toll of being invisible and the life-saving work of local organizations that step in where systems fall short. This isn't just about tunnels, it's about people. People with dreams, dignity, and the will to survive against all odds. If this documentary opened your eyes, don't let it end here. Watch till the last second, don't skip. And please, like, share, and comment below. Your voice matters. Your action can help bring awareness, compassion, and change.